Extinction Rebellion. We've got Alice from the London School of Economics, and she wants to share a few words with us. Alice.
Hi, yeah, I'm just studying civil disobedience or principal disobedience at the London School of Economics, and it's really interesting observing Extinction Rebellion and some of the responses, especially about this idea of disruption, because firstly, democracy was, in a sense, born in Britain through the power of disruption and through the power of the people at the Putney debates in 1647 and during the English Civil Wars, the English Revolution. And it didn't come from like the benevolence of the ruling elite or from the monarchy or whatever you want to call it. It came from Cromwell's army, his ordinary soldiers saying, no, we want representation, we want parliamentary voice. So disruption is actually democracy in practice, and it came out of Britain, and that's what we should take pride in, not nationalism or anything else.
And would it be right in saying that history's shown that disruption works?
Definitely disruptions work, and it's kind of excluded from political theory or lots of ways of talking about how major change happens in history. We tend to talk about it as these big structures, but it's really to do with like people power coming from below, and it's about the importance of cooperation on a mass scale and staying committed to some principles.
So as someone who's studying politics, you mentioned people power. How is that different to democracy?
People power is different to democracy. Well, the point about democracy is that it has to preserve plurality. That's the point. Okay, demos is, in Greek, means the people. Krasi means power. So technically it's power to the people. But power to the people in ways that it's been practiced in history didn't necessarily give equal democratic voice to people of minority groups, for example. Democracy is also a process of deliberation and participation in horizontal and vertical forms, which makes sure that plurality is protected and that different voices and interests are balanced out. And that's the justice comes from that process. So it can't just be one voice imposing itself over another.
Thank you ever so much for sharing that. Enjoy the rest of your rebellion.